Okay, we're here at the PCA Corral. We were searching for some really neat cars, and we came across this beautiful 1974 911. Now, on the surface, this looks like a very well-kept 74 911 that has Brumo stripes. But talking to Eileen and Marianne, we found out that this is actually the actual car that was featured in Panorama, the one that was owned by Peter Gregg. These Brumo stripes are real, authentic Brumo stripes because this was a Brumo's car. Eileen, why don't you tell us a story about how your dad came into possession of this car?
My father owned 2 Porsches from Brumos prior to this car, and when he was at the dealership in 1974, he saw this car on the lot and asked if it was for sale, and they said that it was Peter Gregg's personal car. And so my father said if it's ever for sale that he would be very interested in purchasing. And then a year later in 75, they did call him and say that it was for sale, and my father bought it, and he owned it from 1975 until today. Yes, and he died recently, and we've inherited it, and that's how we came in possession of this car.
On Panorama, we saw where it had it restored, and one of the unique features of this car is it has a Sportomatic transmission, which was extremely rare after 73. And I think one of the neat things is, what happens, Marianne, when you touch the gear shift when you're driving along the highway?
Yes, we learned this as we were first learning to drive it, that it's all powered by your touch. So as soon as you touch the gear, it throws the whole car into neutral. So if you're driving and accidentally want to rest your hand on the gear, even if you're going 50, you're shift into neutral. You got to shift the gear real quick and take your hand off right away.
Now, some people may question, is this really an authentic car? Or is it one just that someone put stripes on? Well, we actually have a letter from the late Bob Snodgrass which authenticates that this was indeed Peter Gregg's street car for a year that he specially ordered from the factory. Had special options like the Sportomatic. Porsche even raised the seat a little higher for Peter Gregg because of his height. So this makes it a very unique car that might get lost just because it seems like a regular car with Brumo stripes. So if you see it around, look up these ladies because they'll be happy to tell you the story about how this car was restored and owned by their dad. I think it's really neat, and if you want to read more about it, read in Panorama. I guess you're staying for the rest of the race to see Porsche win?
We are. We'll be here till the end.
It's been a great weekend. Enjoyed every minute.
All right, guys, try to stay warm. It's going to get about 2 degrees warmer, so we're looking forward to that.